Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you back today for a new pick a card reading. I hope that all of you are doing amazing today and having a wonderful day. So for today's reading, we have a message for your upcoming 24 hours. So this is going to be the exact message that you need to hear and receive in this time for the next 24 hours of your life. As always, we do have 3 piles to choose from. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Please feel free to choose any pile that you feel most drawn to, and then you can skip to the timestamps which are in the description box, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hello my beautiful pile number 1. If you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be a reading and your message for today that you need to hear about the next 24 hours. So pile number 1 for your deck today, you guys feel drawn to deck number 1, as well as this beautiful orange heart crystal. So welcome to your reading, pile number 1. Let's get into your message for today and let's see what exactly do you need to know about these next 24 hours of your life. What is the important message that needs to come forward for you? So for pile number 1, Spirit, what is the message about the next 24 hours? I'm hearing something good is coming in your life, and lately you could have been feeling more positive than usual. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting for pile number 1. I feel like there is maybe this sense of good things are starting to happen in your life, or you're kind of getting this peace or this feeling within you that certain aspects of your life are kind of finding their place and are settling down. I'm hearing there's going to be a lot of resolutions for you coming up, pile number 1. Like, it feels like certain things that happen up in the air or constantly on your mind, it feels like they're going to find their answers. So we have London. Here it says your pronounced taste for entertainment could lead you off the beaten track. What an interesting message. Maybe London is significant for someone. Maybe you want to go abroad, pile number 1. Oh, I'm getting something about your taste, or like you have maybe very profound taste. I'm hearing something about your aesthetic, like your taste for maybe art or for fashion or for design. I feel like you're somebody who has like a really good taste. And it's interesting that I feel like maybe this pile is going to attract a lot of people who want to go abroad or who want to maybe pursue a career in entertainment perhaps as well. So there is something about you, I feel like, leaving behind what you're supposed to do and following what you feel like you need to do, leading to such a profound unfolding in your life. I feel like pile number 1, you're not supposed to be conventional and you're not supposed to follow trends, but you're supposed to set new trends. And this is something that you're on the tracks of doing in whatever aspect of your life this may resonate with you. But I feel like this is a trendsetter. I feel like this is someone who would feel very suffocating following certain rules. And I'm hearing you need to make your own rules. You need to create your own system, or you need to create your own way of doing something, because it's the way that you're going to shine the most. So I see that you have been a star in preparing, pile number 1, in whichever way this resonates with you. But I feel like you're somebody who's going to start a new movement in the world. Like, I feel like you're meant to do something very big. And perhaps the next 24 hours are important for you because you might be taking the first step towards it, or you're actively doing something that is leading to this kind of unfolding. And I feel like for a while, you maybe have been trying to find your track. Like, you have been trying to, it's this refusal of like doing what feels mainstream. Like, I'm hearing something about the mainstream media and how you're supposed to be the odd one, but still like mainstream. I hope that's making sense. But I feel like you're somebody who's going to become very well known for doing something their own way. And it's going to be very confusing for maybe other people, because technically it shouldn't have worked, right? I'm kind of getting that energy of like, technically you're kind of going against all rules here, but for some reason it's working for you. Like, I kind of what I'm getting, it's like maybe like an artist who recorded like a song in their bedroom, they recorded like a music video on their phone, and technically that's not supposed to work because it's maybe not the highest of quality, but they still make it work. So this is something that I'm getting for you. I feel like you have this kind of profound taste. You're also really good at working with what you have available. So use your resources around you. What else do you need to know about the next 24 hours, Pile number 1? The Temperance. Yeah, so there has been like this, I feel like you have been trying to find your alignment with the Judgment. It's like you have been trying to find something that is you, something that is very unique to you. And I feel like you're finally, I'm hearing like you finally have the right concoction. So there is something about the, you know, this like back and forth energy. And I feel like for a while in your life, you have been going back and forth, trying to find your authentic way into something. Like, how do I do this, but make it my way and make it my thing, and so that I stand out? And how do I portray something authentic? And the Temperance, I feel like there has been a lot of experimentation, like a lot of trial and error that you have been doing. And I feel like this is what takes, you know, if you want to find something that works for you, chances are you're going to have to try so many other things that don't end up working. But something that I live by is, you know, every eliminated path is just giving you a more concise direction in which you should move in. You know, you try one thing, it doesn't work, you don't resonate with it. It's eliminating a, you know, a completely different scenario. And I feel like it's narrowing down your path, and your path feels like it's becoming more and more, it's how I'm seeing your direction in life right now feels very much like it has narrowed down. Like you have eliminated all options that you found are not going to lead to what you're looking for. You know, and I feel like you have been in the spirit of your life of like experimenting and being patient with yourself, just like trying to find the right formula for something, or trying to find your right way of doing something. Maybe your right aesthetic, your right sense of taste, but all of that is leading to something beautiful. So let's see your tarot cards. Pile number 1, let's see what else do you need to know about these next 24 hours. So this could be maybe about someone's career, or maybe just someone's alignment in life, like looking for what is the exact thing that's going to bring you fulfillment, but you're also going to do it in an authentic way without necessarily needing to follow like certain trends. Because I'm hearing like you don't want to get stuck in the loop. Like you don't want to, you know, just be like a copycat is what's coming to me. Like you want something new. You want to bring something fresh to the scene. Wow. Okay. Let's see. I'm already getting quite a bit of messages here. So King of Cups, I feel like something that your journey has taught you a lot recently, pile number 1, is patience. And being patient and allowing yourself enough time to discover what you need to discover about yourself. I feel like this is a process that it's sometimes uncomfortable, and you know, we want to rush things, but there has been like an aspect of you just wanting to be patient with yourself for some reason. And maybe it felt odd for you, but I'm getting like this very compassionate energy that you have been, you know, giving towards yourself. And like I'm hearing like you're giving yourself grace, and like you want to give yourself time to something. Okay, I'm hearing you recently learned the power of patience. And when I'm saying patience, like this is not patience where you're like waiting, but this is patience that's allowing you to do something properly, right? Maybe before you had like this tendency to just like rush things and like, let's just get them like out as soon as possible. But I'm kind of getting this energy of like, you've allowed yourself to try enough many things, to try things that didn't work and didn't lead to anything, so that you can narrow it down to something that's going to work for you. So we have the 7 of Pentacles. We also have the 6 of Pentacles. So this is about, you know, I feel like the balancing of effort, right? We're seeing the scales here, which, you know, indicates fairness. And the Seven of Pentacles is about reaping what you sow. So there is this energy of like balancing out the efforts, you know, the efforts you have invested feels like are being returned back to you. And something about the next 24 hours is, I feel like, truly triggering like this moment of you're finally able to see your patience pay off for something, or you're finally able to see what you've invested in kind of start to come back in some aspect of your life. We also have the Nine of Wands and the Chariot. Wow, okay, this is so beautiful. So the next 24 hours, I'm seeing this energy of like you finally being able to move forward. And this, I feel like I'm so connected into your energy today because the cards are really indicating the message I have been talking about, which is trying until you find something that's going to work, right? This is, I feel like, the stage you've been in, and perhaps the next 24 hours you're having that moment of revelation, or you're finally able to see like, okay, finally it feels like we have what's going to work. Because I see that you have tried so many things, like you have tried so many options. With the Nine of Wands, this is, you know, like you're kind of like at your last try with something, but I feel like you finally figured something out. Like that's what I'm hearing, like you finally figured out something, you finally know the way forward. With the Chariot, it feels like a journey that felt okay. So this is what I'm getting. It's like there has been a path in your life that you've been very much aware of, but you felt so lost within the path. It's like you're aware of this maybe business that you're pursuing, right? But it's like you're so lost in the midst of pursuing that business, you know? And it's like, how do I make this work? And I feel like you've tried all of the options that didn't work. You've eliminated everything that wouldn't work. So now the only available option is what's going to work. And I feel like maybe you've pursued this journey through the process of elimination. Let's see what doesn't work so that we can find what works, right? And I feel like with the Chariot, this is finally like giving you the space to move forward on this journey towards the success you've wanted to achieve and obtain. Let's see what else, pile number one, do you need to know about these next 24 hours? Physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth with the House 2. So there is a lot of like self-worth tied to this pursuit in your life. And I feel like you have been slowly working on building certain values about life, about yourself. There has been like a lot of, I feel, transformation here, and you could feel like you've become a completely different person maybe in the past couple of weeks. Like I'm just getting, I'm getting something has been pushing you, or it's like this inner, I don't know how to explain it, but it's maybe like this inner like need to force yourself to move forward, or this inner need to do something while you feel scared and tired even, because you felt so close to a revelation. Like you felt like you can't stop right now because the answer could be very well like in front of your face. So I feel like you've been facing a lot of your fears. You have been trying to also like heal certain aspects of your limiting beliefs that are coming from, maybe you feel like you have been passed down to you because we had legacies there. And I feel like something that you have been trying to learn recently is self-value and self-worth, which maybe you were taught the complete opposite, is what I'm hearing. Like maybe some beliefs have been passed down onto you that you've had to heal and work through in this time of your life. But I want to say with the Chariot, like this, you know, look at this, you know, carriage just being able to move forward towards the destination they want to. It's almost like the destination is even visible right now. Prior, when like it feels like your road again was available to you and aware, but the destination wasn't like necessarily visible yet. So you kind of have to like guess, you know, see the signs. It's like, imagine like when you're taking like a road trip, like you can't see the destination yet. So you have to trust the signs on the road. Like you have to trust the navigation app. You have to trust the the signs on the road. And this is kind of, I feel like, what you have been following. It's just like trying to trust the signs, and maybe sometimes along the way, like you make the wrong turn and you need to go back, and you know, but I feel like you're still finding your way. And the next 24 hours, I feel like, are quite opening for you. It's almost like you can see the destination and maybe the last couple of things that you need to do. So what else do you need to know, pile number 1? Take time to breathe out. Yeah, it feels like you're finally made it. So I'm getting this energy of like you are finally able to breathe. You know, like you don't need to stress anymore, whereas prior you maybe felt so anxious, like, oh my God, I have to figure this out. You also have confidence is your key to success. So this is maybe something that you're going to realize very soon, how like this entire time, perhaps the answer was just you, and it was your confidence in something. It was your maybe delivery of something, right? So it feels like you're doing something with full confidence here. And let's see what is the final card for you. But I want to say, like, you can relax now. There's something about the next 24 hours that I feel like are going to bring you a lot of peace, because it seems like there's a lot of resolutions also coming in your life. So your last message of guidance, we have I am creative 111. Angels are ready to fully support you in this endeavor so that you can co-create with the universe a life you love. See, there is so much support around you and what you're trying to pursue. And I really feel like you have been noticing the signs recently. You have been trusting the navigation. Even if sometimes it led you to a wrong turn, I'm hearing you still like were able to like figure out the right path for you. And that happens sometimes in life, and it's like nobody's fault, right? It's just you're trying to figure out life, and emotions are complicated, right? They're a complicated thing, and a lot of times we do get swayed by our emotions. Maybe we overreact, maybe we guess wrong, right? But still, I feel like you're kind of finding yourself back on the right track. It's like, but also I feel like there has been like this support from your guides of like, even if you took the wrong turn in life, it's still kind of like forced you back on the right path. And this is all like out of love. It's what I'm hearing for you. It's like you couldn't stay in a misaligned environment for too long. Like something would still force you to go back on your right path. And maybe this is something that you have been experiencing as well. But I feel like this is how your journey has been so guided. It's like no matter which turn you took in life, it was still like made sure for you to get back on the right track. So pile number 1, I feel like I'm going to end your reading here. I hope that this resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. If you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be your message about your next 24 hours. So pile number 2 for your deck today, you guys feel drawn to deck number 2, as well as this beautiful cloud stone. So welcome to your reading, pile number 2. Let's put your stone right here. Let's get into your reading. Let's see, what do you need to hear about these next 24 hours in your life? What is the important message Spirit would like to communicate to you about the next 24 hours? I'm hearing that you're in the process of something, pile number 2. Specifically, like you're either in the process of manifesting something or creating something mystical, something magical. Like those are the words that are coming to me. So there's like a lot of, I'm getting there's like a lot of this energy of creation for you. Like you're creating this very miraculous outcome or something beautiful. I feel like you're really attracting something magical in your life in this time. And I'm also hearing you're going forward. Like there's movement. I feel like you're moving, you're progressing. So what is the message for you, pile number 2? Oh, something interesting is I just heard like you're safe to move on. You're safe to maybe leave certain aspects of your life behind that you maybe felt like a responsibility to hold on to. But there is this message coming through for pile number 2, like you're free to up and leave something. Like if something in your life feels like it no longer needs to be there, then you're free to like let it go. So yeah, I'm getting like forgiveness, moving on as well. This is so interesting. it's not too late to change some habits. Yeah, so it's not too late for something, Palomber, to... I've kind of sensed like you have been in this energy of just like feeling maybe the need to change certain things, or like intuitively you kind of feel like maybe you need to cut some people out of your life. Maybe you need to change some habits. Maybe you need to change some thoughts you have been having lately, and trust that guidance. Like, it's surfacing up for a reason. It seems like your soul is wanting to hint at you that you're perhaps ready for the next stage. You know, a lot of times it's so easy to get stuck in this energy of like waiting, and in this energy of waiting for things to come and waiting for this to happen. But I feel like you're kind of in a space where your soul is hinting at you that maybe you're ready to start moving, right? I feel like you're ready to start making some changes in your life, or approaching certain things that perhaps you're ready for in this time. Because I feel like there is something surprising about this. Like, there is something, your soul is hinting at you right now, and it's guiding you towards some kind of surprise. Like, it's interesting, but I'm just hearing like if you follow your excitement in this time, and if you follow what inspires you and what sparks you joy in this time, you might end up at like an unexpected, surprising place. I feel like it's the best way to be led to exactly where we're supposed to be, is just following the excitement of the soul. And it's easy to ignore because we get so stuck in a routine, especially the older we get. I feel like it's so easy to get stuck in certain habits and routines that we don't even realize that they feel outdated, or maybe they're not healthy for us, right? So I feel like you're in a time where you're kind of feeling like maybe I need to change some certain aspects about my life or things, right? So let's see. Number 2, what is the message for your next 24 hours? Ooh, we have the devil. Okay, exactly. So the devil can talk about like addiction, and it can talk about like unhealthy habits. Maybe it can talk about, yeah, so things that are making you feel stuck, right? These are habits. Maybe it's a relationship, because the devil can talk about maybe like a toxic work environment. It can talk about a toxic relationship, addiction, right? So it's these things that you're doing that are actively keeping you stuck, but you're not noticing it, or you are noticing it and you're thinking that's not it, that's not getting in my way. So I feel like for the next 24 hours, there needs to be like a realization and a conclusion from your end to stop doing things, stop engaging in patterns, and maybe in certain connections that are toxic, that are not serving you. They're not serving your evolution. And it's like your soul is hinting, like we feel like we want to, you know, step into our highest timeline, but then there's that maybe current version of self that's trying to resist, right? It's trying to be like, no, like we're fine where we are. But if you don't react to this feeling now, it's going to only grow bigger and bigger, and eventually turns into anxiety and turns into this like crisis energy of like, what am I doing? I feel so lost. Right? So I feel like act on this right now. If you feel like certain aspects of your life are starting to get outdated, it's time to change certain things. So the next 24 hours, act upon a certain change in your life. If you have been feeling like certain changes need to be made, perhaps, you know, the devil can also talk about being free to live. And wow, this is exactly what I was hearing for the beginning. Like, if something feels off, like you don't need to be in that place, right? You don't need to stay there anymore. There's always a way out. There's always a way out of an unfulfilling job. There's always a way out of a toxic relationship. There's always a way out of unhappiness and unfulfillment, right? So it's also not about, you know, quitting tomorrow, right? If maybe you have a job that is helping you stay financially stable, it's not just about quitting it, but at least noticing that it's maybe unfulfilling anymore and looking into a different option. It's a good way forward. too with, you know, relationships and maybe quitting certain addictions. Yes, it's a bit, you know, I guess unrealistic to maybe quit right away tomorrow, but it's something that you can work towards, right? And at least like noticing it, it's already a step to noticing it and acknowledging it. It's admitting as well is a step to making the change rather than denying it and living in that denial. So what else do you need to hear about the next 24 hours? Yeah, we have the Five of Pentacles. So it's like, stop trying to fix something that's broken. You know, it's like it's like there has been like this energy maybe in your life of like trying to piece something together that maybe broke a long time ago, or like there isn't just like the fulfillment, the excitement that there used to be anymore. And this is something, I guess it's also uncomfortable maybe at times. It's like something that maybe used to make us feel so exciting and something that used to fulfill us so much maybe a couple of years ago is starting to feel all of a sudden boring. It's starting to feel unfulfilling. It's starting to feel more like a burden than like excitement. And that can be uncomfortable because it leaves you with, well, what else am I gonna do? You know, like I've kind of like maybe built my entire life these past couple of years around this specific career. What am I gonna do if I admit that I'm not happy in it anymore? Like, what is my other option? But if you allow yourself to admit and explore different things, the answer will come to you. So the Emperor, we have, the Hanged Man. So yeah, the Hanged Man also appeared when I was looking into this deck here for you. We have the Judgment and the Nine of Cups. So yeah, I'm hearing like if you don't make the right judgment about something right now, it's going to keep you stuck and it's going to keep you away from something beautiful. I feel like this reading might be even like maybe coming off in like a, you know, maybe in a stronger way for you, or maybe it's not, I don't know. But yeah, I'm hearing just like admit before it's like too late or before it gets too caught up, because it's much easier to start looking into a new way now. The thing also that I'm hearing, it's like nothing is going to force you out of this. Like there isn't going to be like this force that's like, you need to get out. You know, it's like the universe can show you the signs, or guides can show you the signals. Like maybe this workplace is not fulfilling you anymore, but it's not going to force you to go out of it. At least not in the beginning, right? I feel like it always starts very like subtle. It's always just like this weird feeling like, oh, like, you know, this used to fulfill me. Why am I all of a sudden having the need to change something, you know? And that feeling just like grows bigger and bigger and bigger the more we deny it, until eventually you're kind of like left with no other option but to choose something more fulfilling. So take note of it now while it's still early, and I feel like you can, the Emperor is saying like you also have control over the situation. Like you might be feeling like something is having more control, but I feel like you need to understand that life is in your own hands right now, and like you have the power to decide. Like you have the power to look into something else, to say no, to move away, to take new action, to take new course of action. Head towards something that is like more exciting right now, because I'm hearing like just follow your excitement. If you decide to follow your excitement in this time, and of course there's like a rational way to doing this, I feel like I need to say this because maybe some people, they're gonna take the message like the wrong way, just like up and leave and do something else, right? But it's, you know, more about like noticing the feeling and looking into a different option, right? Trying to pursue a different course of action. And you can do this in irrational ways also, what I'm hearing. Okay, we have nurture, comfort, and protection with the Cancer energy. So right now we're in Cancer season, and maybe this time of your life specifically Cancer may be, oh, we also have angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. Yeah, so see, like this situation feels very like balanced. Like there isn't like this forceful tower moment of like things falling apart and feeling so messy. It's maybe like, oh, I'm getting like this very gentle voice from your soul, like saying like, hey, it's time to leave. Like, you know, like it's time to leave. Like we're ready to go somewhere else. You know, like we don't need to be here anymore. We don't have to go through this anymore. So notice your soul's voice, right? Notice when it's saying that it's time to leave something. And I actually feel like this is quite a protected time of your life. And I feel like this change feels very transitional and it feels very natural. Like it's not like this abrupt thing, which is maybe something that scares us a lot of times. It's like, I don't want my life to just abruptly change. And I don't feel like that's what's happening at all. So I want to give you, I guess, this message of comfort and peace, because we do have comfort, nurture, protection. It's saying that this is not like a chaotic kind of change. Like this feels like your soul is just saying, it's time to go. And you can notice this right now, and you can make this very peaceful transition, or you can deny it for years, and then 5 years come by and you feel like you're in a mess, right? That's when the mess happens, when we have been avoiding something that needed to be fixed years ago. Like imagine, let's say the pipe in your kitchen starts to leak and you get that fixed in a week, no problems, right? But you leave that for 5 years. Imagine the damage is going to create and the damage that you need to fix. So that's also something I feel like important to realize, is that chaos doesn't happen out of nowhere, right? Sometimes we feel like my life is going to turn upside down. No, it's not going to, if you don't let it get to that point, right? That's something that has been like an ongoing case for years and years and years, and you're at a point where like you don't have a choice but to admit it. But I feel like you're still in a stage where this transition feels like just the next step that you need to take in your life. And perhaps the reason why this message is so important for you right now is to maybe confirm to you so that you don't get stuck in that loop, because it's very easy, right? It's very easy. Okay, what else do you need to hear? Pile number 2. Meditate and contemplate, Newman and Pisces. So yeah, meditate and just like think it over as well. Like again, there isn't like any rush. Like I don't want this message to come to you as like you need to go and like you need to hurry and like if you don't do it now, it's never gonna happen, right? It's no, like this doesn't feel rushed. Do you notice how the cards are saying like nothing is really rushing you, but it's saying like don't avoid it. Just because you have the time, it doesn't mean that you can avoid it, right? So also don't let the past hold you back. There is something about the past that I feel like it's saying it's time to leave the past behind. It's time for something new. The Joker, right? I feel like it's kind of saying like be more like the fool in this time of your life. Like go after opportunities, take leaps of faith, like have more faith in the future, dream big, like you're being guided towards this energy so that you don't get stuck where you are right now. Because I feel like there's something about the current environment. There is like this underlying suffocating energy about wherever you're finding yourself in. And if you don't take note of it now and that feeling now, it's only going to grow again bigger and bigger. And the damage is going to become a bigger ordeal to fix. I'm not saying that it's not mendable, because I truly believe that anything can be fixed at any time. But again, like the example I gave with the pipe, it's much easier to, you know, make the fix in a week, where 5 years later, you might need to remove the tiles, you might need to, you know, completely make a new installation or whatever. Feels like the damage is not even, there isn't any damage yet, right? It's just like something is signaling to you that there needs to be maybe some kind of change. So just meditate in this time. I feel like try to maybe gather your thoughts, be more by yourself, be more in nature, try to keep a peaceful mind. There is like no need, yeah, I'm evolving. So it's like your soul is really signaling to you like you're evolving in this time. And meditate, like spend time meditating, spend time journaling, like really allow your soul to speak to you and connect with that part of yourself, because it's there to guide you. You also have number 2, I am diplomatic, for your last card. You have great talent for finding solutions. So see, your intuitive and unbiased nature allow you to see all sides of any situation and advise others towards the most fair and beneficial outcome. So I feel like you can take this for yourself, right? In this time, I feel like you're being asked to, have a very unbiased look at what's happening in your life. Don't get so sucked up into the emotion of something, but look at it from a different point of view. Look at it from a very peaceful state and just recognize that something feels, it's like you've outgrown it. It's time to evolve. And you can find a solution. Be intuitive, be unbiased as well. I'm hearing whatever you're doing, just do it with peace. Like there doesn't need to be this rushful angst energy. Just like approach the situation with peace. There will be a resolution, and it's going to feel like the very natural next step that you need to take in your life. So pile number 2, I feel like that's what I have for your reading today. I hope that this resonated for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be your message for the next 24 hours. So pile number 3 for your deck today, you guys feel drawn to deck number 3, as well as the White Star Stone. So welcome to your reading. Let's get into your message, pile number 3, and let's see what is the message for your upcoming 24 hours? What it is that you need to know? Okay, I'm already getting some messages for you, and the first thing I heard very boldly in my mind is it's time for action. So I feel like pile number 3, you're being guided in the next 24 hours to take some kind of course of action. I'm hearing it's time to move. Don't second guess yourself. You're gonna figure it out. If you're being held back by the thought of how, then Spirit is saying you're gonna figure it out. You don't need to know the full picture. You just need to know the first couple of steps towards something. So let's see, what is your first card, pile number 3? What is your guidance in this time? Spirit, what do you want to say to those who felt drawn to pile 3? I'm seeing like this image of like a domino. I'm hearing the domino effect, like something that you're going to do or like some form of action is going to have like a ripple or like a domino effect in your life. Okay, spring, summer, autumn, or winter, each season brings its own rhythm and evolution. Oh, so what kind of season are you in right now, pile number 3? I feel like what Spirit wants to signal to you is that it's time for a change of season in your life, right? And I feel like this is so true. Okay, I'm finding so much wisdom in this card because I feel like it really reflects the truth, right? There is like this energy about with the change of every season, we feel like we're changing. Our rhythm feels like it's changing, and perhaps what we're doing is also changing. Maybe winter is, putting us more in like this state of like reflection and, our thoughts. And then with spring, we're kind of starting to feel more motivated. And summer, usually it's kind of like when we're feeling called towards the action. Autumn can be like a rewarding season, right? That's kind of like a cycle I've also noticed in my personal life. And it's maybe something that you also resonate with. There is like something about summertime, especially when I'm posting this, it's summer, feels like you're being called to act on your dreams. And it's so easy to also get caught up in one energy and in one season, and maybe you need like a reminder of like it's time to change the energy, like it's time to shuffle some things around. And each season of your life is going to lead to its own evolution. Perhaps the period when you reflect, it's giving you a more spiritual evolution. The time when you take action, it's giving you a more physical, more material evolution, more evolution in growth and progress. So this is something that I feel like you're ready for in this time of your life. It's a time to change the season. So don't get sleepy now is what I'm hearing. You need to act, child number 3, on something. Let's see. What else do you need to know about this message? Okay, we have the Lovers. So it's time. I feel like the Lovers is saying, you know, there is alignment here. Maybe some of you are also like ready to be more active in your love life. But the Wheel of Fortune, again, like something about changes. And I feel like it's talking about the changes of season that you're undergoing right now, the changes of energy you're undergoing. I feel like you're stepping in a time where it feels very aligned for you to act on something or to move towards something. So if there is like a dream, if there is a goal that you have right now, I feel like Spirit wants to signal to you that it's like time for you to move. Like it feels like you've done the reflection, you've done the, you know, prepping yourself, and it's kind of time for you to take the action now. Like it's time for you to do something, to fulfill something. And I have a feeling that something about maybe summer season, if you're seeing this when I'm posting it, can feel very aligned for you, can feel like there is just like a lot of collective energy for you to pursue something and to achieve something. So summertime can be relevant for you, I have to say. Or maybe this is catching you in a different season of your life and it's going to resonate with you in a different way. So just see how this message resonates with you whenever it finds you. What else do you need to know, pile number 3, about the spirit of your life? Oh wow, the Wheel of Fortune came out again. So I guess it really wanted to come in for you. Again, we also have the Fool. So there's a lot of like this energy of just like enthusiasm for you. And like anything is possible. Like you can do anything now. You know, the Fool, it's such a beautiful stage in someone's life because it resembles, you know, the 0. Like it's a new beginning. Like you can do anything that you want right now. It's like, imagine like what's coming to my mind, like you're renovating a home and you're starting from 0. Like you can paint the colors red. You can, what did I just say? I wanted to say you can paint the walls red, or you can paint them pink, or you can completely change the layout of the apartment, right? It's like, I feel like there's something about where you are right now in life. It's like you're starting completely fresh, it feels like. And it's like you can do anything. Like your destiny can go towards whatever you want it to be right now. So the Wheel of Fortune. Also, the 4 of Wands. I heard with this card, like it's time to set the foundations of something. And this feels very relevant. Like I feel like whatever you do right now, because again, you're starting from 0. Whatever you set down right now, it's going to be what you're going to be building up upon. So I feel like this is a very important stage of your life where you kind of need to lay the foundations for something correctly, because anything that you do is basically, these foundations are going to hold the weight of whatever you place on top of it. So it's like when you're building a house, I feel like the most important part of the structure is the foundation, because if you know, there's also like, it's important what you build on top of the house, right? But the foundations are very important, because if those are not stable, then whatever you do on top of it, even if what you do on top of it is correct, it's going to still maybe slide or crumble. So this is kind of what I'm getting for you. It's like whatever you do in this time of your life will kind of hold the most value. And I'm hearing like, focus on building foundations that even if you don't like what you build on top of it, it's much easier to get rid of that and start where you have a solid foundation for something, you know? So stable foundations at the Emperor, like be strategic, be smart about this. I feel like I'm hearing it's time to boss up. Like it's time to approach whatever you're doing in life like a business, you know? Yeah, something needs to be taken seriously here. We also have the High Priestess and the Emperor. I feel like you need to have this balance of like listening to your intuition, but also listening to your soul's guidance. So it is something that I feel like it's a bit tricky to master. Like when are we being overly practical, and when are we maybe being like overly, you know, like delusional to the point where we're not even taking any action. So I feel like there needs to be like this perfect balance for you in this time of like, you know, receiving the guidance from your soul and spirit, but also learning how to ground that into reality and how to manifest that into reality. So be intuitive, but also be strategic when it comes to this. Yeah, so I feel like where you can be intuitive, it's like with the vision, like you have a dream, but then be strategic when it comes to executing it. Right? So I feel like follow your intuition when it comes to the desire, but be strategic, present, and grounded when it comes to the execution of something. Because I'm hearing that everything is possible. Like if everything is approached correctly, then everything is possible in this world. So there is no dream that's too big, or there is no dream that is impossible. It's just like, how do you approach it? What do you do with it? How do you go about it? You know, those are, I feel like, the key aspects of something. It's not, there's nothing necessarily wrong with the dream itself, but it's like, how do you approach this dream? Like, how do you go about this dream? And we're not always gonna know, especially if, you know, we're doing something for the first time of our life. It's gonna feel very unfamiliar, and we're maybe not gonna know what is the best course of action, right? That's also, I feel like, where a lot of people are held back. It's like, what is the best course of action? And I guess my guidance for you would be, if you don't know what the best course of action is try whatever comes to your mind and see what works, because it's the only way to really figure it out. You know, if like you don't have an access to someone who's gonna tell you what you need to do, or you don't know yourself, then the best course of action is to do whatever you feel like you need to do and see what works, right? Try multiple things. If something doesn't seem to be working, try something else. So it's like that process of elimination. See what works, see what doesn't, and kind of gather information from all of that, and you can come to some kind of conclusion. And I feel like the more you do, you know, something, the more predictable you can also become. So you're not always going to feel that lost necessarily. You could feel in the beginning, but as you pursue something and as you gather evidence and information, you're going to start to have a more precise, right, knowing. And it's like this prediction as well of like what would work, what wouldn't work. So it's something that also comes like with time and experience. And this is maybe where you can give yourself a bit of like grace or like freedom to, you know, not get it right the first 2 times. But I feel like the more you try and the quicker you are to give a try to new things, the more you will learn. Okay, let's see what else. So we have the conjunction, a union merging and coming together. So the Lovers, it feels like it's time for something to come together. And we also have the Saturn energy. Feel restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work and patience. Okay, so this is going to maybe be a bit of a message of like tough love, but I feel like it was just what we were talking about. And I feel like what Spirit wants to say is that just because something is meant to be and maybe something is meant to happen right now, it doesn't mean that you're not gonna come across like some kind of like maybe challenge or obstacle, right? But it's nothing to be scared of. Like, I feel like it's something that you're going to move past and figure out. It's a learning experience for you. And the kind of like, I feel like maybe lately you have been also feeling like kind of restricted within the current energy is what I'm getting. And maybe you're just also exiting like the season of your life where you have been feeling more restricted. Something that you're learning in this time is, I also feel, hard work and also patience, because it takes time to build a house is what I'm hearing. It doesn't happen overnight, and chances if it happens overnight, it's probably not gonna be there for a long amount of time, right? There is a reason why certain things take the amount of time that they take, and I feel like this time of your life is, you know, kind of teaching you as well, like just because a specific path of your life feels destined or meant to be, like For example, you might feel like you're meant to, I don't know, be this millionaire. Doesn't mean that it's going to be the easiest thing in the world. And I feel like this is where you're maybe learning hard work and patience and testing different things, right? Again, just because something feels destined, fated, or meant to be, doesn't always mean that it's going to happen right away. And also, like, that's, I feel like, an important thing to like distinguish. A lot of times we give up on things because we feel like, oh, this is too hard, that it's not meant to be. If it's something that you truly desire for yourself and you feel like it's something that's fated, even if there are obstacles, chances are is that maybe you just have to work through them and that you just need to push past them and not necessarily turn away and take it as a sign that it's not meant to be. So what else? What are your other messages, Palm number 3? Okay, don't let your past hold you back. So there can be aspects of your past here that maybe are giving you the tendency to maybe turn back, or, you know, I feel like you're kind of being faced with pursuing a new path from a new sense of self. And there can be points where you are kind of maybe, you know, looking back like, oh, this didn't work before, or what if it doesn't work now, or like, oh, there goes a challenge again, right? But how are you going to react, right? I feel like this is where I feel like your evolution is being tested, is being faced with the same obstacle as before. But I feel like what changes now is the way that you react to this obstacle. It's like if something doesn't work the first time, maybe you're no longer like, oh, this is not meant to be, fine, right? Maybe right now you're more curious, like, well, what happens if I maybe push through this obstacle? Like, what happens if I deal with this obstacle? What is behind it, right? What kind of revelation is behind it? So there's something about you that's becoming like more grounded and more like intuitive, more guided in this time of your life. And you're no longer seeing obstacles that's like dead ends. It's like you are able to, I feel, work through them. And this is maybe how you're being taught hard work and patience in this time of your life. So what else is the message? This is going to be your last card. Okay, we have I am powerful with 333. You're being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truth and be a positive light to others. I feel like you're meant to inspire people, Palm number 3, and you're meant to hold great influence over some kind of collective here. And whatever you're currently going through, I feel like it's going to be a part of your wisdom that you're going to be able to share with the world one day. And it's powerful. I feel like it's very powerful that this next season of your life where there's going to be a lot of action, a lot of things will be coming together. It's going to teach you a lot about, you know, hard work and persistence and not giving up at small bumps in the road is something that I'm getting as well. And I feel like something has changed within you where you're not letting the past hold you back anymore, and you're trying to be more flexible with certain timing and certain unfoldings in your life as well. But Palm number 3, I feel like that's what I have for your reading today. I hope that this resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.